Yeah, sorry, Gago. This is like the fourth attempt, or the fourth start of a stream. You've tried. So I think we were just starting with the gameplay planet view. Once you have designated a landing site in the navigation console on board Jester, and engage in the warp drive, you will see an animation of your ship traversing space and then landing on the planet. Playing area. Once landed, you should see Rene Corda standing on the planet's surface awaiting your commands. He is standing in the playing area. The cursor should be in the shape of two shuffling feet. This indicates that you currently have the walk command selected. You can scroll through the available commands by clicking on the right mouse button. The cursor should change to match the selected command. To walk around the planet's surface, make sure you have the walk action selected, click somewhere in the playing area. Keep in mind that some paths may be blocked by obstacles, forcing you to click in various places to get Corda to walk there. So apparently there's no smart walking. We've got our menu bar located at the top of the screen. It contains buttons for all the actions you can perform in Chronomaster. Menu bar has two states, minimized and maximized. To resize the menu bar, click on the description window. Walk to the web. Oh. At the center of the menu bar is a long black rectangle with green text. If you have just landed the ship, it should read walk to. This is the description window. It displays the action you currently have selected, also displays the name of any objects you point to with the cursor that can be manipulated in some fashion. Click at the top of the screen where it says walk to. You should have noticed that when you click there, the menu bar slid down. Oh, okay. This is how you resize the menu bar. Cordoned off, nice, nice. Oh, did you shave your head again, Akago? I'm guessing. Although I'm afraid to click on this link for fear that it'll crash my system. But I versed it anyway. Yes, it is Akago. Akago is bald. Congrats, Akago. How long did you have the hair going for? So we have game options, identical to the game options, okay. And then actions can be selected by right-clicking the mouse button, clicking da-da-da-da. So use tries to use an item in Corda's inventory on an item in the playing area. There are many possible ways to use items in Chronomaster. If a particular item combination isn't possible, a window will appear saying, "I can't use that here." I was wondering how long you had hair for. Because I remember you used to be bald, then you, I guess, grew your hair out, so I'm guessing. I was just wondering how long you went.
It won't accomplish anything.
Between shaves. We have take, attempts to add an item to the inventory, quick save. Okay, it overwrites the previous quick save. I hope they're regular saving. And then walking to another location on screen, you can make them walk to other screens by dragging the cursor to the edge of the playing area. If it changes to a glowing arrow, a path to another screen exists. Clicking there will cause Corda to walk to the next screen. Okay, over here. Got it. And then open will attempt to open the selected object. Look at, more detailed information, talk to. Most encounters you will be presented with a conversation menu. You will have several different postures to choose from, such as reason or bluff. Once you select a posture, Rene Corda will say something in line with that posture. The choice you make can dramatically affect future events and opportunities. Wow, that's a lot of pressure. Push will... Okay, push the selected object. Bottle time indicator shows how many capsules of bottle time Corda has remaining. Yeah, I still don't know this bottle time thing, but okay. Then we have our inventory. Because of the variation in physical laws, Corda cannot take items from one universe to another. Resonance tracer. Device used to locate the general area of a pocket universe's world key. What? To establish a resonance field, the tracer must be placed exactly on magnetic north. For more detailed information, consult the ship's archives. Oh boy. Let's make a note of that to do that. Resonance tracer. Bottle time capsule shows the number he has remaining. We have to consult the ship archives and everything, basically. PDA operates as a mobile communications link between Corda and the ship. Often Jester will use the PDA to convey important information to Corda. To connect to the ship's database, for example, click on the PDA in the toolkit, use it on Renee Corda in the playing area. In addition to serving as a link to the ship, the PDA is capable of reading a variety of electronic record formats and interfacing with many types of electronic controls. For more detailed information, consult the ship's archives. Direction Finder. Once the resonance tracer has been placed on magnetic north, the direction finder is used to locate the world key. When in use, a small yellow arrow will point in the direction of the world key and a pulse indicates the distance. As the distance to the world key lessens, the pulse increases. It's like a Marco Polo type situation. Hey, Travis. Universal Tool. A multi-tool used by terraforming engineers and architects at Pocket Universes. The Universal Tool reduces highly complex functions to 3 basic standards. One function provides torque, one function provides a recoilless impulse, and the last function is variable and operates as a quantum synthesis modifier after aligning itself to the physics of the What? Alright, we're definitely gonna have to look at the archive. This is ridiculous. Alright, and there we have the credits. Game design, interaction text, Roger Zelazny and Jane Linskold. Featuring the voices of Ron Perlman as Renee Corda, Brent Spiner as Milo, and Lolita Davidovich as Jester. Alright, that's it for the manual. So why don't we do a last call on time guesses? I gotta bring that up, and then we'll also do we'll also give one more opportunity for buys as well. If you missed the first buying session. Alright, and we're going to turn off no longer accepting responses. Let's do this. Okay, we don't have any double entries this time around. Alright, now for deaths. Oh, really? Yeah, and Capstone was part of, what was it? Inter something? And then, but I think they went under, like, The game was released in 95, but then they went under in like 96. I guess Softkey. Yeah, didn't Softkey do the shareware? Like, what's his name? Intercorp, yes, thank you. Pixel Amusement is doing, that's, you know, the Shovelware Diggers weekly series on YouTube, where she goes over that Softkey shareware 2000 hit CD games collection. Alright, so time guesses. The low guess is from Sting. 6 hours. Calic the first over 7. Akago the first 9. Rex 10 hours. Materin 12 hours. Shikai 13 hours. Noble 14 hours. Max 15. Aardvark 17. Mantis 18. Zillow 20. Travis 22. Walter 23. Rack 24. Ambrosine 28 hours. And Prince says, help! I'm trapped in Amber. 9 princes in Amber. Nice. It's a Lasny reference. Hey, Tack. Yeah, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. How have you been? Alright, yeah, let's take a look at the death guesses. Oh, I forgot these. I copied the deaths wrong, so let me just go over that one more time, because that includes the times as well. There we go. That's better. Yeah, we got Classy and Travis with no deaths. Dark with 5. Shikai the first over 10. Oh, Attack! 3 months! Thank you so much, Tack, for the resub and the 3 months of support. Thank you, Tack. Much appreciated, sir. Thank you. We have Noble with first over 20 deaths. Ambrosine 30. Rack 5 40. Sting 50. Then we jump up to Jen with 79 deaths, the high death guess, and Prince says, there are 9 of us. Yeah, I gotta get Rufus is barking up there. I gotta get him back down here. He's seeing all sorts of squirrels outside. He's going nuts. All right, so yeah, buys are still on, but I guess just give me 1 second to get Rufus, and then we'll get underway. So I guess in the meantime here, we can do a quick trail. Maybe we can get one trailer in. Be right back. Okay. What was that, guys? All right. We did have one. Yes, from Tack. Slouching towards Bedlam. 3 slots, moves ahead of Farm Nightmare, Police Quest 4, Leisure Suit Larry 3. To R7 there. Thanks, Tack. By which is to say I did not save you from it. Hey, that get ready for that once we get there. We're gonna have lovely, lovely music. Alright, we got the timer on. Eyes are off. I think we're ready to get underway here. Akago's not ready. Akago will never be ready to take on the incredible Chronomaster. Okay, that there. Timer. Capstone, the pinnacle of entertainment software. Even though we're about to go under. Just a couple months after releasing this game. And DreamForge Intertainment. Dedicated to the memory of Roger Zelazny. Yeah, they could have done with a little bit better audio mixing, perhaps.
Milo, listen to your grandma. I want you to come with me right now. We can't wait for your parents.
No.
This is happening everywhere. Pirates, looks like several bands, maybe more. They won't leave witnesses. I fought their kind, Milo. They'll loot the planet, then burn it. We've got to get underground. Never forget what you've seen, Milo. You owe it to everyone who's about to die.
50 years later. Chronomaster. What an opening. I mean, what an opening. Alright, so we can start a new game, load a save game, load a quick save, or the quick save. I don't know if that intro is what we just saw or not. Probably is, but we could confirm. We got the credits and these Zelazny bio. Alright, the master volume in the mini mixer doesn't seem to do anything. Configuration. Yeah, I'm just looking for basic, Oh, I see. Went back to DOSBox now. Got it. Okay, that should be better now. So it's basically getting it from two different audio sources: DOSBox and the virtual MIDI synth. So that's why that was confusing. All right, so hopefully we should be all right now. But let me get both of them up just in case we have to take evasive maneuvers. Alright, let's take a look at this Zelazny bio. Roger Zelazny by Jane Linskold. The impact that Roger Zelazny had on science fiction and fantasy was considerable. During his career, he won 6 Hugos and 3 Nebulas, as well as most of the major awards in the field. Several of his novels and short stories are considered landmarks, including Lord of Light, Creatures of Light, and Darkness, Poems The Hangman, and A Rose for Ecclesiastes. The 10-volume Chronicles of Amber is regarded as a classic fantasy series and has been adapted for comics, for role-playing, and even for an early computer game that we played, Nine Princes in Amber. Zelazny's novel Damnation Alley was made into a rather weak movie, and his novella, The Last Defender of Camelot, was adapted. Oh, look at this! George R.R. Martin of Game of Thrones fame. Also adapted Last Defender of Camelot as an episode of the new Twilight Zone. One of the works published in the last years of his life, Wilderness, written with Gerald Hausman, took him outside of science fiction and into the field of historical fiction. Like many of the characters in his early fiction, Zelazny was a poet. He had 3 published books: When Pussy Willows Left in the Catyard Bloomed, To Spin His Miracle Cat, and Hymn to the Sun, and myriad scattered poems to his credit. Although writing novels was how he made his living, he admitted that the short story was his preferred form. Not surprisingly, he had 4 volumes of short stories published in his lifetime, and continued writing short fiction right until the end. However, despite his evident talent as a writer, Roger held a variety of jobs before becoming established in the field. After taking a master's degree in English from Columbia University in New York, he enlisted with the Ohio National Guard. He taught freshman composition for one brief term and then split his energies between writing and working for the Social Security Administration. Only after 7 years of this dual career did he take the plunge and become a full-time writer. Hey, Dark. Yeah, I agree. It wasn't very much to that trailer. I mean, it was technically impressive and neat, but from a plot perspective, not much going on. For the last 20 years of his life, Roger lived in Santa Fe, New Mexico, arriving before the town became the trendy artistic center it is today, and watching with some amusement as it changed around him. Self-conscious artistic poses, such as are common in Santa Fe, were not a part of Roger's personality. His roots were in Euclid, Ohio, a town on the fringes of Cleveland. When he left Ohio, he moved to Baltimore, Maryland, before moving to Santa Fe. Although frequently praised for the artistry of his prose, Roger was equally proud of being a working writer who could write an essay on a tight deadline or a short story to meet the request of an editor. Not for him the pensive musing, the artistic pose, the fits, tempers, and blocks that so many writers affect. His breadth of enthusiasms meant that frequently he had many irons in the fire, and he was not unknown for delivering a novel past deadline. However, when he turned the novels in, they required so little polishing and editing that the editors patiently learned to accept the delay. Roger was not an Isaac Asimov, unhappy when separated from his typewriter. Writing was both a love and a profession, but he had interests beyond it. He was an accomplished martial artist with a black belt in Aikido, which he also taught, and a working knowledge of several other martial arts. The collection Warriors of Blood and Dream, which he edited, reflects his abiding interest in this field. Another enthusiasm was music: folk, jazz, classical, and some rock. I got him listening to David Bowie. He read widely and voraciously, collected oriental rugs, and delighted in sweets. Dibble, thanks very much for the host. How's it going, Dibble? He was also a good father to his 3 children, Devin, Trent, and Shannon. During the year that we lived together, the kids were frequently in and out of our house, bringing their triumphs, problems, and concerns. He had a reputation for knowing just about anything, and one of my favorite memories of his relationship with his kids was the night that Trent's longtime friend, Matt Sewer, called because a paragraph in his biology textbook didn't make sense. Roger listened to the paragraph, explained that a key term had been misspelled, thus distorting the meaning, and explained what the book should say. All of this was done without ever seeing the textbook in question. Roger's patience with new writers also became legendary. I benefited firsthand from his gentle but firm critiques. Although he was not afraid of offering advice where it was needed, he refused to tell another writer how to write a story. His goal was to encourage writing, not to turn out a flock of Roger Zelazny clones. Over the years, he's taught at most of the major writers' workshops, both those connected to science fiction and those established independent of genre. His approach normally mingled practical writing tips with equally practical information on agents, contracts, advances, and other jargon of the profession. Why did she feel the need to include that? It sounded kind of like a lame anecdote about the editing the paragraph and the misspelling. Like, really? Another powerful thing about Roger was that he did not talk down to newer writers. As far as he was concerned, a professional was a professional, whether he or she had one story or a dozen to his or her credit. The younger writers usually responded with respectful but friendly awe, and were met in return by Roger's shy, gentle friendship. In this way, Roger never fell into the rut that so many senior professionals do, a rut of only associating with his own generation and missing the insights of the newcomers. Thus, between his reading and such contacts, Roger escaped the staleness that plagues many writers with careers as long as his own. One persistent legend that clings to Roger is that he was a computer phobe. This is not true. He certainly was not a computer phile, preferring composing either in longhand on yellow legal pads or directly on his typewriter, but he did not fear computers. In fact, during the past year when we shared an office in our home, he would frequently watch me work on my computer and muse that perhaps he should consider changing over. During a visit, our friend and fellow writer David Weber introduced Roger to the capacities of his laptop computer. I strongly suspect that if Roger had been given a bit more time, he would have made the change. Even the cancer that finally ended his life could not blunt Roger's enthusiasm for growing and changing. Wait, what? Oh. During that final year when I lived with him, he tried role-playing games, sampled Japanese anime, and learned to cook. He edited several anthologies, continued his own writing, and found ample time to be a sweet and considerate companion. Repeatedly over the past year, he marveled how well I had gotten to know him. In that position close to his life and his heart, I feel safe in reassuring those who admired him and enjoyed his work that he was happy and vividly alive throughout his final days. Okay, so there's the bio. So yeah, let's take a quick look to see if this intro is the same or not. Okay, it looks like it is. Okay, so I think we're just ready to start a new game. Hey, welcome Hive Mind. Dangerous Visions. Oh yeah, the Amber series. Like 9 Princes in Amber. Right, Rufus? Right? Alright, let's start a new game.
Hey, Sugar Pop. Message incoming from the Terran Regional Representative.
Tell the representative that I'm retired. The last thing I want to do is deal with a stuffed shirt. And, don't call me Sugar Pop.
Right. Oh, wise and powerful maker of universes. Listen, this call is coded emergency. Maybe you shouldn't just put her off. The trouble with stuffed shirts is that when they blow up, they make a terrible mess.
Put the representative through.
Mr. Corda, I know you are retired, but we need you to deal with a very sensitive, very secret matter.
Why bother me? Surely you have people on your own staff who can deal with this, whatever it is.
You are the ranking human specialist in both terraforming and the creation of pocket universes. You are the only person who may be able to solve a problem that could, without exaggeration, threaten the continued existence of hundreds of thousands of sentient beings.
Please, continue.
Within the last half year, 2 privately owned pocket universes, Herbs and Orans, have been shut down. Time, effectively, has ceased to function within them. We need you to restart the universes and find out who is responsible for these atrocities. Although you will be working for the old Terran government, we prefer not to admit to interfering with private universes. You would be on your own.
That's a pretty tall order. You realize that the key for each pocket universe is a carefully hidden secret known only to the universe's designer.
We do know. That's why we need the best. Are you saying that you cannot do what someone else already has? If it is any comfort, there will be a large fee.
Trying to get my goat, lady? The fee doesn't matter. Not much, at least. I'll admit, I'm interested in this from a professional point of view. Is there anything you can tell me to get me started?
Our research shows that the designer of Herbs is named Charlie Bell. We have a contact number. You may wish to call him and see if he can give you a clue to the key of Herbs. We can supply you with the coordinates for Herbs and Orans. Beyond that, you're on your own.
Yeah, I haven't seen Charlie in centuries. Yeah, maybe I'll check with him.
Remember, you will need a supply of bottled time to function in stasis.
I do know my job. I have some on board. Can I, draw on your account for supplies to get started?
Within reason. Does this mean you're on the job?
Write up a contract. And, though I may be doing this because I want to know who's good enough to turn off universes, don't forget the zeros in the paycheck.
Yeah, how much are we
Thank
getting?
you, Mr. Corda. Contract will be forwarded.
She's gone, Sugar Pop.
Don't call me that.
Nah. Hey, Sting. Yeah, wasn't it Atris, I thought? Yeah, I still don't know what this bottle time thing is. We're gonna have to figure out what that is. Alright, contact Charlie Bell. Oh yeah, that was the designer, right?
Corda? Renee Corda? It's been ages. How have you been?
Pretty well, all things considered. Been living quiet since I retired, but now I'm onto something rather fascinating. Picked up an odd bit of work. It has to do with a couple of pocket universes that have been put into stasis without the owner's authorization. You designed one of them. A place called Herbs.
Yeah, I designed Herbs. Can't tell you who for, though. Professional ethics, right, old buddy?
Did anyone come to talk to you about your work, say, within the last year?
No, no one. And even if anyone did, I wouldn't say a thing. I remember the terms of my contract and the ethics of my profession.
Easy, man. I'm not trying to get you barred from the union. Listen, is there anything at all you can tell me that might help?
Well, Since you're dealing with a universe in stasis, you're going to need bottled time. Brush up on its limitations. There are some tricky aspects, especially if the universe was fully functional when it was thrown into stasis.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll do that. One more thing. The other universe that's been turned off is called Orance. You know anything about it?
Actually, I do. The designer was an alien named Nizam Rocktar. Do you know her?
No. Can you tell me anything about it?
Not much. She's good at what she does. A bit vain, I've heard, but then aren't we all?
Thanks, Charlie. I'll let you know how it turns out. Jester, my sweet. See if you can find me a contact number for an alien named Nizam Rocktar.
I'm on it. Hey, do you really think I'm sweet?
Sugar pop. Contact Nizam Rocktar.
Yes, what do you want?
Is that Chipmunk?
I'm a busy artiste. Universe is await my awakening touch.
Great.
Honorable Nizam Rocktar, I am Renee Corda. Charlie Bell suggested that I call you.
Renee Corda, I have heard of you. Before you retired, you set some jewels in the heavens. But why does Charlie Bell wish you to trouble me? I have nothing in common with him beyond our mutual profession.
I am researching a difficult situation. 2 universes, Herbs and Orance, have been put into unauthorized stasis. Charlie says you designed Orance. Anything you can tell me may help to reactivate the universe and find the criminal responsible.
Truly, I would not deny one of my children, but Orange is in the care of her new owner. I have nothing to say about my desert child.
Okay, we could reason or flatter. Ooh, boy. I like how she's drinking beer and eating cheese. Yeah, a good look there. So this seems, I wonder if she'd be, I think we've done reason with her so far, more or less, and she hasn't been, let's try flatter. She might be conducive to that.
Honorable Rocktar, you were too kind when you spoke of my poor works as jewels. Compared to the beauties of your universes, they are poor, rough stones. I would enjoy knowing more about your works for purely aesthetic reasons.
Desert design is difficult. There is an art to the subtle arrangement of sand, rock, and plant life. It is a minimalistic art rather than the flashy, overblown styles of other terrains.
I am certain. Your control at hearing that Orance has been shut down is admirable. You must be horrified.
I am not happy. God's pockets paid me well for the job.
God's
Even though some of the design specifications were peculiar, the work is up to my high standards.
God's pockets. This God's pockets must be an aesthetically sophisticated organization to have chosen both you and a desert world. Do you know how I might get in touch with them?
No, they ordered Orange, paid me well, and then vanished. I believe that Clea Terrific was hired to do 5 other universes.
Those must not have needed your unique touch. It must be difficult to hide a world key for a desert universe. You would lack the expanses of water or dense forests so many use to conceal such a sensitive item.
For some, perhaps, but for me it is a matter of art. I believe in placing the key in a place that, while difficult to penetrate, is in harmony with the greater purpose of the universe design.
So for Orance, you would place it in a pile of sand.
Orance is indebted both to the desert and to the Arabian Nights. I have set the key within... Oh, but that would be giving away too much.
Oh.
You have a resonance tracer and a direction finder, do you not?
So you intend to make me work for my pay, do you?
Locating the key shall be easy enough with those devices and your legendary skills.
Perhaps it will be. Thank you for this opportunity to speak with you about your art. I leave your company enriched. Farewell. Jester.
I've already looked up the contact number for Clea Terrific, Corticute.
You were eavesdropping?
I live to serve you, O great and mighty creator of universes.
You serve well, Jester. Just don't eavesdrop. Now, connect me to Clea Terrific.
Contact Clea Terrific.
Hello, this is Renee Corda. May I speak with Clea Terrific?
I regret to inform you that Clea Terrific is no longer alive. I am in charge of her estate.
Fran Drescher. Wait, oh, you were talking about the chipmunk, Zimrokhtar. Well, we do know that Lolita Davidovich does is doing Jester, who is, I think, this thing.
I'm very sorry to hear of her death. I am researching some of her projects, specifically universes she may have designed for an organization called God's Pockets.
I am sorry, but that is confidential information. Even though Clea Terrific is no longer alive, I am still bound by the ethics of her profession.
I knew I was going to regret helping draft those rules a few centuries back.
Alright, I don't... reason or bluff? Ooh, interesting. Yeah, because I wouldn't think flattery would work with this guy. I think she was in some sci-fi movies in the 90s, wasn't she? Let's take a quick spin look. Lolita Davidovich. Adventures in Babysitting. Hollywood Homicide, Blaze. Intersection. Oh, Gods and Monsters she was in. Jungle to Jungle. Yeah, a bunch of TV movies and stuff. Boiling Point. She was in JFK. Probably a bit part. Yeah, so maybe she's not actually a big actress. I've heard the name, but yeah, I couldn't quite place her or think of what she looked like. But I've heard the name before. Oh well. Lolita. Alright, do we want to reason with him or bluff? What happened? He said that she's dead and then he's not willing to talk to us about her. Yeah, let's try bluffing. Because I don't think our reason he's not going to care about our mission, probably. So let's try bluffing.
Look, Mr. Attorney, I can't divulge particulars, but I am working for the Terran regional government. If you don't cooperate with me, I could have you disbarred.
Don't think that'll work.
I have faith that the Terran government would not abuse its authority to the extent of disbarring a lawyer for following instructions of a client's estate. Good day, Mr. Corda.
Aw, can we call him back, or are we screwed?
Not so smart, Cutes. He's terminated the call. Do you want me to try and get him online again?
No. He probably didn't know much anyhow.
Aw. Okay. Beep, beep. Alright, this was the game options. Oh, yep. Alright, let's get a game save in here. Save game. Game number 1. Empty. Start. Okay, return to menu. So we got music. Oh, geez. So even the in-game music settings are quite high. Volume levels. Luminosity is on. Why is it so low? Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, why don't we get it like halfway? Oh, I can't. Oh, there we go. Luminosity. Yeah, Taka did say there was gonna be a bit of whatever our dialogue choices are could affect things forever. Earth, thanks very much for the host. How's it going, Earth? How's it going, Pudding? Welcome, everybody. We're just getting more or less underway with, even though we're almost half an hour in, we haven't really done any actual gameplay yet. Alright, can't click on any of this stuff. We saw the options. He doesn't want to talk to us, so I guess we go left. Oh yeah, they did say the archives were here to the right or something. Really? Silo said there was Walking Dead. Or dead ends. Are we turning on a TV? Alright, what is it? Oh, this is like that encyclopedia thing, right? Alright, hang on. Gotta bring up the manual just to refer to this. This is the database console. Okay, so this is the archives. So yeah, we did want to look up the archives on the resonance tracer and the bottles of time and stuff. Yeah, bottle time. Bottle time is the informal name for a localized quantum field effect. In short, an engineer wearing bottle time can continue to move and work in stasis. I don't understand what this stasis thing is. It's not as great as it claims? Really? I really enjoyed Spycraft. That was a good one, actually. Yeah, I mean, I generally know that, Akago. I just don't understand why how they're... I mean, I guess the game is just making up its physics, but this whole notion of stopping time, I don't know. How would a person go about that? I don't know. Whatever. We'll just go with it. Okay. While everything else about him or her is frozen in time. Generally worn as a small field-generating sphere, bottle time produces a radius of effect within several feet of the user. Care must be taken when moving through a stasis environment while using bottle time. It is possible, for example, to walk in front of a time-frozen vehicle, with bottle time activating the vehicle to disastrous results. Effects are often unpredictable, as anything entering the radius of bottle time absorbs energy sufficient to activate its entire form. Alright, so we gotta be careful walking around it, I guess. So they said that you can only take one capsule. I'm wondering, like, how long you have the capsule of bottle time. Alright, then we also wanted to look at Resonance Tracer. Yep, here it is. Do they have Ramadan as an entry? One of two devices needed to locate the position of a world key within a pocket universe. The resonance tracer is used to establish a resonance field, thereby locating the general area of the world key. To establish a resonance field, the resonance tracer must be placed exactly on magnetic north. In the final step, a direction finder provides a handheld homing system geared to pinpoint the specific location of the world key. See direction finder. One of two devices needed to locate the position of a world key within a pocket universe. Once a resonance tracer has been employed to locate the general area of the world key, the general finder provides a handheld homing system geared to pinpoint. We just read that. When in use, the direction finder provides a frequency beacon. As the distance of the world key lessens, the rate of pulse of the direction finder increases in the immediate vicinity of the world key. Direction finder provides a directional indicator to the exact location of the world key. Okay. Was there anything else that the manual wanted us to look at in this archives? Oh, the PDA, I think? Maybe? Or this could be our PDA, I don't know. No, oh right, the PDA is used when we're on the planet, I remember that. Yep, mobile communications. Generally designed as a free-floating sphere, the PDA follows its owner, remaining within a limited radius, performing a variety of simple tasks. Okay, so yeah, we can talk to Jester, communicate. Electronic record formats, right, okay, we looked at that. Looking at Corda's hand in Jester. Oh, look up Q for, wait, quit, really? I hope it doesn't quit us. A word not in the vocabulary of Renee Corda. Nice. Jester. Oh, Jester's not even in here. Corda's hand. Colarian brothel. Nice. Okay, what is this thing? Universal Standard Time. A mystery. Someone is shutting down Pocket oh, this is our journal, right? The diary, right?